What's up? Today I'm going to be talking about being polarizing. So let me read this quote by Jim Carrey, the comedian. It's just a part of his bigger message, but let me read it to you. Your need for acceptance can make you invisible in this world. Don't let anything stand in the way of the light that shines through this form. Risk being seen in all your glory. So what does this mumbo jumbo mean? Basically, he's saying that usually a lot of people, for a lot of reasons, diplomatic reasons, whatever, they want to be accepted by the group. It's a natural human feeling to want to be accepted. And this is something that we should strive towards, and we do feel happier if we are. However, they mask themselves immensely and become very generic creatures so that people do not hate them and people like them. But the problem with this is you can oftentimes not establish true, strong relationships and get people to love you because you are being just so bland. Or you are hiding your true self under there, which may be this very polarizing character, or maybe something less polarizing than that, and you don't feel satisfied yourself because deep down you know you're not exhibiting who you truly are, saying what you truly feel. And the second thing is that you're just not really content with the fact that people are just like, they kind of like you, they don't hate you, and it's just a very light friendships. So being polarizing is basically just being truly how you are. And what this usually does is, depending on how polarizing you are, you can split people off. So people will either, they'll tend to go either towards the hating side or they will absolutely love you. And there's less of this middle ground because of how distinct and unique personality you are. And again, you don't have to go full force or be someone you're not, thinking that, oh, I have to be this eccentric, exuberant, high energy character. No, it just means that like some things, you are just hiding too much. You're not saying stuff you want to say. If you think something's stupid, you're not saying it, and so forth. And again, this is very much geared towards the people watching this who are exceptionally people pleasing, and I think it can help you tremendously. Also, I do think that men and women are more attractive when they just fully own who they are and they express it. And they're like, this is me, this is how I am, boom. And the thing with that is people will find it very, very attractive if they like what you're representing and your values and so forth. And they will love you for it. But there will be people who hate you for it. It may be better than a neutral thing at all because, again, you never establish those deep levels of, oh my goodness, this man is awesome, or this girl is awesome because of who or she represents. And again, it doesn't necessarily mean going too crazy. Again, it depends on the environment and venue and time and place in your life to a certain extent. There is a certain degree of this that you should pull back on or push up on, depending on the situation. Like for instance, if your job is a very diplomatic job, like you're Hillary Clinton, or you're in politics, and you have to establish very peaceful bonds with a lot of people in a very high stress pressure situations, just stating your opinion in whatever, it's not going to work. And again, same thing applies if you're still in middle school or you're still very young and you live in a town and you go to a school with 100 to 1,000 people. Again, depending on how you are as a person, perhaps it may still suit you better if you think about it and you realize that I would much rather have 2 or 3 or 5 friends who really like me for exactly how I am, rather than a bunch of acquaintances that kind of like me that don't kind of like me, and you're just always just hiding who you truly are, or just like agreeing with the crowd. And so for me, I definitely think I should move more towards the side of this is how I am. And I do think it's one of those things where, it does definitely polarize and it selects out people. But at the same time, it can be a very good thing as well, because there are people that you don't want to hang around anyways, and you can figure that out earlier on, and you can find out and look for people that you truly really connect with. Again, the reason why we do this, I think, is very natural. We want to be accepted, and again, depending on the group and the situation and whatever, it may be a hard call. Maybe you need some guidance from other people, people who are not like involved or influenced by the situation, to tell you, well, is this a scenario or workplace or environment where I can be polarizing? And again, I do think at the end of the day, it really, generally speaking, it's it's pretty cool when you're polarizing and you're just fully who you are, and people really like you for that, and you really like those people. I mean, it's very attractive for a girl, for a guy, so forth. Having said that, though, I do think there is a level of thick skin that you need. Like, you have to be able to take the fact that some people hate you, or they talk bad behind you, or they just really do not like you, or they find you annoying, or whatever. Ideally, you want to get into a situation or environment or a group of people where you don't have to hang around those people. So again, if it's like, again, I mean, it's not like a black and white thing where I can give you like a checklist, because there are situations where it's a workplace environment and you'll be seeing these people consistently, or whatever it is. It's a school environment, so depends on you. At the same time, though, I feel like at the end of the day, being fully yourself, no matter situation, sometimes really does work, especially in this world.